Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Depth Psychology Daily. Please watch full video and like the video and also subscribe my YouTube channel and press the bell icon for enjoying the more videos. For centuries, the gaze of every true prophet and religious scholar was fixed on a single place: Babylon. In their minds, it was the first sign of the apocalypse, the true epicenter of God's wrath and destruction. In books, films, and every story about the end of the world, Babylon has become a symbol from which the Antichrist seems to begin. But what if we are all looking in the wrong direction? If we remove the filters of old thinking and traditions and look only at the book of Revelation, it reveals a different truth. The destruction of Babylon is the end of the story, not the beginning. Its final and irreversible end comes in the 18th chapter of Revelation, when all the plagues and judgments have already occurred. This is the final curtain, not the first scene. Those who seek only that old ruin, chasing the signs of the Antichrist there, may be making a huge mistake. They are ignoring the storm coming from the east and standing in the west. And as for the new Babylons, whether it is Rome, New York, or Dubai, none of them truly meet the prerequisites because Babylon is simply the symbol of that final, collapsing global system, and not the city from which the beast's reign will begin. So what is the place from which the period of this final tribulation will begin? If we leave behind the old stories and look at Jesus Christ, he gave a very clear sign. That place, that holy place, the true center of the story that will begin the era of the Antichrist, is neither the world's major expensive cities nor some old ruins, but the holy place that God himself chose for himself.
Jérusalem.
In the 24th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew and the book of Daniel, Jesus Christ gave no riddles, but direct, serious, and warning commands. He said, "Therefore when you see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, standing in the holy place, whoever reads, let him understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains." These words are the greatest secret: Judea, the temple, Jerusalem. It is the only city on earth that God blessed, chose, and sanctified, and that is why Satan has always wanted to make it his throne. The Antichrist, the man of sin, will not be satisfied only with political power. He wants worship, and he will sit in the temple of Jerusalem and proclaim himself God. In this moment, the breath of the whole world will stop. Jerusalem, which was called the city of peace, will become the city of blasphemy and the center of the beast's reign. This terrifying period will begin exactly in the middle of this 7-year prophetic period. The first 3.5 years will be a period of false peace, when the whole world and Israel will praise this leader who will bring reconciliation and rebuild the temple. However, exactly in the middle, on the 1260th day, a shocking event will occur. The one they thought was their Messiah will show his true face, stop the temple sacrifices, and declare himself God. From this moment, the second half will begin, 42 months of the beast's reign, the period that Jesus Christ called the Great Tribulation. During this time, the signs of two opposing kingdoms will emerge. Jerusalem will be trampled and occupied by the Gentiles, but it will not be completely destroyed, and it will become the throne of the Antichrist's spiritual and political power, from which his blasphemy and violence will spread. And at the same time, Babylon, this global financial and spiritual system, will continue to prosper with the same splendor, will shine with false glory, and will become the center of the trade of souls and the worship of wealth, supporting the beast's military and propaganda power. Jerusalem will remain a humiliated and wounded city during these 42 months, but her suffering will be the announcement of the end of the beast's reign. But the fate of Babylon is completely different. Revelation 17 writes that the same kings who first helped that harlot will turn against her, destroy her, and burn her with fire. The destruction of Babylon will happen in a single day, in a single hour, and from its destruction the merchants of the world will weep and the period of global trade will end. After this, the final intervention will take place. When the world kneels before the beast and it seems that all is lost, then the heavens will open again. The King of Kings will return on a white horse, and the first place he will set his foot will be the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. In an instant, the rule of darkness will end. Jerusalem, which fell first under the beast, will rise first, will become the throne of the Messiah and the center of the millennial kingdom, from which law and peace will spread. Babylon, which was the result of human pride, will disappear forever, and Jerusalem, which was the result of God's grace, will receive new life. What seemed like the end will become a new beginning, and finally the new Jerusalem will come down from heaven, the eternal place where God will dwell forever among his people.